And so we got to talk about a very, very, very critical subject here, right? So I want to talk about the matriculous Israelite leaders that are pimping the word of Yah. And these leaders, they must be shut down. These matriculous leaders must be shut down. These leaders, they're not leading the way that the Father desires them to lead. These leaders, they're playing favoritism. They're playing, they're gainsaying amongst the people. I'm not sure if I could. They got their favorites that they play, like certain men that should be disciplined. They haven't been disciplined. They look over it, right? So I want to talk to you about these matriculous Israelite leaders that's getting in their feelings, that's getting in their emotions, because Tazadaq Shah and FOPE is speaking out against it, and everybody's getting disgruntled, right? So I want to talk to you about this today, man. You heard me, speaking on it, because there's a very, very, very small fraction of people that really have the wherewithal to speak out against wickedness where they see it. So I want to talk to you about this vile hatred today, right? The nations, they hate us. This is obvious, right? So-called Hispanics, they hate you too. But you want to call them your brothers and sisters. They hate you, man. There's history of them enslaving us. Edomites, they hate us, man. The people you call Indians, some of you call them Native Americans, they hate us, man. They had us in captivity also. Yet you have them in your camps. So I'm calling out every leader that have these people in their camps. Explain that to me, man. Explain how you can have a love for your people, but you have people that enslave us and hate us to this day in your camps. It's only the ones that's actually been castaways that embrace you, right? So-called Native Americans, they hate us. When the Dallas Commission came out, there was people, their direct descendants, who was actually so-called Native Americans, but they rejected them because they had what they refer to as Negro blood in them. And that's not necessarily the word that they use. Yet you got Israelites today that try to justify them being in your camps. Okay, if you was wrong, admit that you was wrong, and then let's move forward. But you can't keep these people in your camp and be amongst us. The Israelites are Negroes only. And if you're not a descendant of a so-called Negro man, Israelite, then you're not us. You're not of our seed. Check this out, right? Check out how ridiculous this is, right? You so-called Negroes, right? We fought for what they refer to as civil rights in these civil rights struggles, right? Then why in the hell? Because I don't recall seeing the East Indian fighting in the civil rights struggle. I don't recall seeing any of these other nations out there in the civil rights struggle. You, Jake, you set the damn paradigm for this. Your blood flowed in the streets for your rights. We died, our blood flowed in the streets. But all of these other nations come here and they benefit for our ancestors dying in the streets for freedom. And they still don't respect you. They don't respect us. You go into their stores, they don't respect you. They come into your neighborhood. And our people are so naive, you take the money out of our community and you give it to them to take back to their community. Yet you can't. You forcefully call them our people. And now because you've established mixed marriages with them, because you get tithes from them, you get priest dues from them, you've sold your souls to the devil and you refuse to let them go because of these carnal ties that you have to these nations, right? That you're calling our people. And I'm speaking specifically to these Edomites that you're calling Hispanics, and these Moabites that you're calling Native Americans and Indians. And I don't care who don't like what I'm saying. This is the truth. And I got documentations and artifacts that could prove every darn thing that I'm saying. This is why these camps won't sit down with Tazadaq and FOPE to debate this. These fake leaders, right? Now, check out how ridiculous it is for the house of David to get upset because I say they're not leading as a leader should lead. Why are you going to get upset over that? You should be able to disprove what I'm saying with your works, with substance. See, these fake leaders are meticulous, right? With the word of Yah. They talk big. They stand on corners and they denounce Esau. But they continuously reside in a microcosm of worlds of just summits and street corners, right? But what have you done for your people? See, we must extirpate these feeble ideas that has obviously failed us. Yet when we put out such facts, that they want to engage in polemics, they want to resort to name calling. But what have we said that's wrong? What have we said that's wrong? Nothing. They're caught in their folly. See, we must extirpate these men, family. It's a new day. It's a new day. The scriptures read in the book of Jeremiah, 23rd chapter, right, verse 1. It says, woe, meaning destruction, unto the pastors that have scattered the sheep of my pasture. You scatter Israelites all over. You got them all confused because you've been coming with false doctrine for decades. Therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh of Israel against the pastors that feed my people. You have scattered my flock and have driven them away. You driving them away, all kind of vain philosophies, man, with doctrines of men. You've driven them away. You've allowed pedophiles within our midst. You allow men that you know commit adultery, and you try and condemn me for condemning that act and tell me I'm obsessed with Tazadaq because your wicked behind won't stand out and speak out, yet you appoint yourselves as leaders and you continuously to do these summits. What are you doing for our people? Like it or not, man, the Lord, you can like this, understand it, believe it or not, right? The Lord has raised up Tazadaq Shah to speak out against you fake leaders. The Lord has raised up Shah Sham to speak out against you fake leaders. The Lord has raised up Kanaf to speak out against you fake leaders. And the reason we keep speaking is because we don't give a damn what you think, man. We're going to speak, thus saith the Lord. And listen, I reiterate, I'm not here to be like. I'm here to tell the truth. You could call it biblical leadership, a servant leadership, right? Because I'm a servant to the Most High first, right? Whatever you call it, true leadership, Barak. True leadership, Matathawa. True leadership, Zabak, is about influence, HOD, see? True leadership is about influence, Zabak. And influence takes character. Adultery. Let me ask you a question. You said I lied. Is adultery an adulterous man? Should he be in a leadership position, Matathawa? Should the Tazadaq be in a leadership position? Should this guy, this pedophile that was grooming this child, should he still be out teaching? Yaqua? Is that a good leader? Not according to the book of Leviticus 20 verse 10. It says if a man commits adultery with the wife of his neighbor, both the adulterer and the adulteress shall be surely put to death. It's the laws of the Most High. Now we know we can't enforce that in this society, but you could damn sure extirpate these people from your midst. Don't pretend you don't know what's going on, talking about we got to validate it. That's not what the Lord says, man. You got men that's been making videos about these dudes violating their women, and both the women and the men should have been put on blast. You don't go to these people in private. Those are not the characteristics of good leaders. So if HODC, right? Watch this, family, right? The house of David, they appointed themselves. They were self-appointed as the government of Yah. Then why in the hell have Tazadaq been allowing to continue to come to your summits when you know that the man has actually violated men's wives? When you knew about this pedophile being in his camp, but you wanna shoot subliminals, and you wanna say, oh yeah, we talked to him. The only reason you talk is because FOPE and Tazadaq lit a fire on your ass, and we put it out into the public. If we didn't put it out into the public like that, you wouldn't have done it. You knew about this for years, man. Stop me where I'm lying at. You knew about Tazadaq for years, man. So what are you talking about? There has to be a test. There's been testimony after testimony. And now since it went unchecked, you got thorns growing up in the house of Israel. You got thorns growing up in the house of Israel, right? You got pedophiles in the house of Israel. So it's no longer the house of Israel, it's the house of ill repute. And for those of you who don't know what that means, go and look it up. You have a pedophile in that house, possibly a couple, but we don't have all of the feedback on the others, right? So where's this spiritual leadership? See, like, Tazadaq, in HODC, you're guilty because you set yourself up as a government and you did not take the appropriate actions. This is why I call you out. See, you have resulted to developing the appearance, Mathathawa. You talk, man. George Appin. What is your substance? You have developed the appearance. Tazadaq has developed the appearance. The sisters came on, they talk about how much they love their brother, but the man is an adulteress. So if you love something that's wicked or someone is wicked, it's because you're wicked. It's because you're wicked. These people have developed the appearance of a good leader rather than developing the character of a leader. Someone's got to call them out. So the Lord is making Tazadaq speak this truth, bar none. I don't give a damn who don't like what I say. To hell with you if you don't like this. See, they have image. Oh, yeah. He know them precepts. Yeah, image. But no substance. What have you produced? 14 summits. What have you produced, man? What have you done for our people? That's just imagery. It's appearance. Where's your substance? You've been doing this in 2013, man. 2014. It's 2020 now. Where is the substance? All of these summits, 14 summits, what do you got for the people? You're not qualified to lead, man. You're going to have to be moved out of the way. And the Lord is using Tazadaq and FOPE to move you out of the way. Now, you can like that, understand it, believe it or not, and you can't stop this, man. You can't stop this. It's going to happen. The Lord already showed it to me in a vision. So you could get, discombobulated and, complacent, but you're being moved out of the way. So what's the big difference between the real leader and the fake leaders like we have calling themselves Masha Yasha Allah? Huh. Government of Israel, huh? Okay, roger that. See, the real leader, they sacrifice themselves for others. You men are not doing that. You men can't even take corrected criticism. You can't accept rebuke because you're proud men. How are you going to have a government over Yasha Allah and not have the good brother Hashah from the Alpha Omega clan on that body? Talk back to me, man. We got righteous men in this nature that's far more qualified to lead, like the good brother Hashah, man. How come he's not on the body? How come he's not on? That's a righteous brother. You ain't got no dirt on that man. Why is this man not reading? Because your government is not called by the Most High. See, we got to tell the truth today, good brothers and sisters. The brother Hashah, he reflects discipline. He has a clean record. Why is he not on the ruling body? You know why? Because you self-appointed yourself as a leadership over Israel. Yahweh said to his disciples, right, in the book of Matthew 16 and 24, right? Whoever wants to be my disciples must deny themselves and take up their cross and follow me. Has Tazadaq denied himself? Nah, he's a proud man. Has Yahuwah denied himself? No, he's a proud man. You're an adulteress, man. You step the hell down, man. Or the spirit's going to bring you down. Don't think it's going to get quiet and be swept under the rug anymore. Those days are over. Yahuwah, he was grooming a young child. The man needs to be, you could step down. You know the street town, you know the street word, nigga. You get down or you lay down. So, what it mean to take up the cross? What does that mean? See, these men, they recite scriptures, but it's not coming from the essence of their being. What does it mean to take up the cross? Taking up the cross is exactly what real leaders do. Matathawa, you don't try to shift blame, trying to shift focus on you when we call your behinds out. You set yourself up as a government of the Most High, then you rule justly. See, a real leader, he understands total commitment. It means sacrificing all of your wants and needs for the good of the nation. What does it mean, Barak, to deny yourself? What does it mean, Zabak, to deny yourself? It means to stop making yourself the center of your life and actions. You understand? You people, you leaders, you proven to be wicked, man. I'm going to tell you straight. You proven to be wicked. And HODC don't say you're not wicked because you're holding wicked men's up in their rights. Going to a man and privately about adultery is not how you deal with that. How in the hell can you been reading the Bible and studying it and calling yourself in the truth for 30 years and you don't know how to discipline a man? That means you're not qualified to lead, man. You don't go to that man in private like that. This is not a personal event. You put his behind on blast and you put the females on blast. You make that man confess of his ills, he repent for his sins, and you shut him down. There's no time for friendship, eh? Those are not the characteristics of a good leader. And so this is the reason that I'm calling out HODC. I'm calling them out because they self-appointed themselves as the government of Israel. In the Art of War, right? A book that you men probably should read. Oh, yeah, Tazadaq reading the many books. Well, you probably should read the book because you don't know how to lead appropriately, right? You don't know the arts of war, right? The author talks about leaders eat last. That's one of the characteristics that I learned in the military, right? You eat last. You make sure your soldiers eat first. You eat last. There's not enough coats. Same premise with your family. You take care of your family first. You take care of your women and your children first. Then you eat. That's what a good leader does, man. That's what a good leader does. It points out that the leaders are sacrificial in all things. The saying fits here, brothers. How do you do anything if you're not leading correctly? How can you lead? Let me tell you what a leader is because you men like the qualities, right? Leaders run headfirst into the unknown. This is how you lead. You go, okay, well, this man's doing this. There's allegations. We got to put this man down and talk to him, right? Man don't admit it. We put him on blast. We get the facts. We put it on blast. This sister right here, she's an adulteress and he's an adulteresser. They're off limit to Israel. We're not dealing with these people anymore. That's how you lead. You don't just go to him in private. Oh, brother, you got a little problem. No, man. You know why you can't do it, Barak? Because you're guilty of adultery. You're guilty of messing with another man's wife. You can't even call me a lie. And men in Israel know this, and you shouldn't be leading, man. You shouldn't be leading. I don't give a damn if you repented. That act right there, that is a major sin. You understand? Leaders rush towards danger. What do you think I'm doing? I'm rushing towards danger because I'm calling out those people that has self-appointed themselves as leaders and they don't like it. Leaders put their own interests aside to protect us all, to pull us into the future. See, that means getting rid of the pedophiles and men that violate other men's wives. Leaders will sooner sacrifice what is theirs to save what is the bodies, what is the sheep's. You understand? You men are not doing that. So step the hell down. And leaders would never sacrifice what belongs to the body, to the people, to save their own behinds. Isn't that what it's about? Now, hey, just don't address it. Let's forget about it. A good leader will have that pedophile out of that camp. I want the people to reflect on what I'm saying because this is needed. I'm advocating this. These leaders, that's calling themselves Israelites, they're pseudo leaders. I call them fakes, man. Pharisees, right? So if you are following Yahweh Shah and sacrificing as he did, then you need to be sacrificing your own wants and needs. What are we left with? We are left being able to tell people confidently what it says in 1 Corinthians 11, verse 1. Be ye followers of me, as I am a follower of Hamashiach Yahweh Shah. Don't tell me you're a follower of Hamashiach Yahweh Shah when someone commits adultery. You want to go to him in private? So let it be said of us, family. We have image, but no substance. What have these leaders done for you, Israelites? Talk back to me, family. What is your substance? Where's your substance, HODC? 14 summits. Okay, roger that. What have you built for our people? 14 summits. I want you people to think about that. 14 summits. Someone made an awful lot of money. What have you done for our people? How dare you pull a whore move and, okay, well, we're not allowed to Tazadaq into the summit. It didn't come about for your own accord. The reason you're doing this is because FOPE and Tazadaq has been spitting that fire. We lit a fire under your behind, and this is where you're trying to call them out now. That's too little too late. It is a hypocrisy for you to take credit for that. That's cutting your spirit right now. You only did it because we exposed your folly. If you're going to be a leader, then lead. See, correct and sound doctrine is crucial, family, to salvation and growth in spiritual maturity. It comes as no surprise that why Yahweh Shah warns us many times in the scriptures to be aware of false teachings. See, Israelites need to be able to recognize false teaching. That's the problem with many of you Israelites. You can't recognize false teachers. They quote a lot of scriptures. They got a lot of followers. So damn what? You got to be able to be capable of recognizing false teachers in order to know when they're being led down a path that Yahweh Shah did not intend. I'm going to give you some Bible verses, right? So to help you identify some of these false teachers, right? Book of Ezekiel, right? 13 and 9. My hand will be against the prophets who see false visions and are utterly divinations. So there's a lot of Israelites that claim to see visions, but they're divinations, right? They're coming from a different spirit. Two things cannot occupy the same space at once. How in the hell can the Spirit of the Lord be on Tazadaq if he's violating the other man's wife? The Spirit of the Lord left that man. His oil is out. You understand? This is why he has the capacity to be able to keep wicked men in his camp like Yahweh. The Lord said they do not belong to the counsel of my people. They're not supposed to be within this council or be listed in the records of Yasha Allah. Go and read it for yourself. Book of Ezekiel 13 verse 9. Book of Jeremiah 23 and 16 says, this is what the Lord Almighty says. Do not listen to what the prophets that are prophesying to you. They fill you with false hopes. All of you that attended the first couple summits, these Israelite summits, you could bear witness to what I'm saying. Barack and them, they handed out damn flyers talking about setting up a government of Israel. They said, and you can't even call me a lie. I'm going to cut many of you right now. You can't call me a lie. They said if a man commits adultery, if a woman commits adultery and try to run to a different state, you are to expose them and not allow them in your camp. Why have you allowed Tazadaq to still come to your summits? Why have you still allowed this when you know he knew he had a pedophile in his organization? You're not keeping your word. Jeremiah 23:16, this is what the Lord Almighty says. Do not listen to what the prophets are prophesying to you. These men are lying to you, man. These men are charlatans. They fill you with false hope. This is what they're doing to you, Israel. They're filling you with false hope. They speak visions from their own minds. Where's your substance? 2014. It's 2020 now, according to that calendar. You ain't got no damn... What do you got for our people? You ain't got nothing that Israelites could go to now? All of these summits? All of these camps showing up at summits? Where's an apartment complex that you could put Israelites in? See, their minds don't go any damn further than the ghetto, man. Than their little schools and the damn ghetto. These people are not qualified to lead. This is why the Lord is using us to move these people out of the way, man. And it's in the making right now as I speak, man. I'm speaking this into existence. Now, you can like that, understand it, believe it or not. So the Lord said you're not speaking from his mouth. Book of Luke 6:26 says, woe, destruction to you when everyone speaks well of you. When they speak well of you, Tazadaq. Heard the sisters on an FOP call, they were speaking well of Tazadaq. But the Lord said destruction to that man. Woe to you when everyone speaks well of you, for that is how their ancestors treated the false. They've done the same thing, the false prophets back in the day. You're Pharisees, man. You're modern day Pharisees. So destruction unto you. Destruction unto you, Yahweh. Book of Acts 20:28 says, keep watch over yourselves and all the flock, of which the Holy Spirit, the Ruach HaKodesh, has made you overseers. You men are supposed to keep watch over our people. House of David, set yourself up as a government, right? Have you been keeping watch? Have you been keeping watch? Allowing adulterers to keep on teaching out on these camps, to come to your summits, allowing pedophiles to keep grooming little girls. And those are not the only ones in that camp. I got wind of some more. The sisters just haven't produced the evidence. Be shepherds of the church. The church is Yasha Allah, of Yah, which bought with his own blood. I know that after I leave, savage wolves will come in amongst you. These men are savage wolves. Yahweh is a damn savage wolf to play on a young child like that. Tazadaq is a damn savage wolf to mess with another man's wife, man. And a lot of brothers, I'm going to hit you something, man. I'm going to hit you something. A lot of brothers are saying, damn, man. I'm glad Tazadaq is speaking out. A lot of brothers are feeling that way. You may not voice it, but your spirit is talking to me. I know this, man. Even from your own number men who arise and distort the truth in order to draw away disciples from them. So, Mathatha, you trying to distort the truth, man. I'm coming with truth. Because you don't want people to listen to Tazadaq, but you can't stop this. This is Yahweh's plan, not mine. This is Yahweh's work, God's work. You understand? You can't stop this. You can't stop this, man. That little garbage that you came out of your mouth with, calling me punks and all of this, man, is like breaking wind in the damn hurricane. You understand? 2 Peter 2, verse 1, right? But these were also false prophets among the people, just as there will be false teachers amongst you. They were secretly introduced destructive heresies, damnable heresies, even denying the sovereign Lord who bought them. You men are not coming with truth, man. Whenever you hold up a wicked man, you can't say you're coming with truth. What you're coming with is demons. You're coming with demons, man. Matthew 7:15 says, watch out for false prophets. Again and again, the Lord is warning us, man. So you may like these people, but the Lord is warning you to watch out for them. So we have a serious problem amongst Israelites. But watch this. Watch this. A problem is only a question. Logic. Any problem can be broken down into a mathematical equation, right? To which a formula is applied. So you fake leaders have failed to break the problems down. The problem is adultery. The problem is pedophilia. The problem is being non-productive. You fake leaders have failed to break the problems down and apply a formula to the mathematical equation. So if the formula is applied, the answer will be forthcoming. The answer is the solution. These summits. What solution have you given us? Masha Yasha Allah. You've not approached the problem from the mathematical standpoint. Tazadaq has not been approached from a mathematical standpoint. Yaqub has not been approached from a mathematical standpoint. You allow wickedness to continue because you are wicked and you are thieves. You're thieves. I call you thieves because you're taking the people's money and you're not doing anything with it. See, I speak for the people that don't have a voice. This is Yahweh's work. And each time we get a voice, we get one that speaks out. Like Kanat, like Shah. You want to condemn him. You want to condemn him. You want to look at the bad things. You don't want to focus on what they're saying. Like Tazadaq. And you love to hate me, man. But that's all right. You don't really hate me. You really hate the Lord. So each time that a voice stands up, the voice is attacked by the so-called leaders that be. Because they feared the truth in my voice. They feared the truth in Kanat's voice. They fear the truth in Shasham's voice. See, that voice is feared by the powers that, or amongst you Israelites, that's calling themselves the government of Israel. Because they fear the people may see ones more qualified to lead than they are. See, just about each Israelite that speak out against the wrongs, these men or women are eventually manipulated by the so-called leaders. See, they like you when you're docile. They like you when you're docile, Israelite. They say, well, yeah, well, he's cool. You can sit on the body. He's non-threatening. But they hate Tazadaq. Well, Tazadaq, he's too threatening. Would you say, Matatawa? Would you say, boy? He's too threatening. Okay. So all of the brothers and sisters under the sounds of my voice, right? If I'm threatening, you must ask what's threatening about Tazadaq. I haven't planned to shoot anyone. I haven't planned to hurt anyone. So what's threatening about Tazadaq? You see, I'm threatening to those who have lied to you, brothers and sisters, and who have deceived you, because Hamashiach Yahweh Shah says in the book of John 8:32, and you shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. So if I'm telling the truth, I'm threatening to you. If I'm telling the truth, and you say that I'm threatening, what makes an Israelite not threatening? Telling a lie, not telling the truth, right? So if he's non-threatening, then he's not speaking the truth to you, family. Do you understand? So if he looks like he's telling the truth, if he's looking like one of these Pharisees, then he's speaking for them. He's not speaking for the Lord if he's not telling the truth and exposing the folly. See, these are known as crossovers, right? These people are referred to as crossover Israelites, right? they cross over to be like them. Like the 12 tribes sign. You know the damn sign is off, man. You know the so-called Hispanics and Native Americans or Indians, whatever the heck you want to call them, are not our people, but you're crossover Israelites. You won't tell the truth, so you'll cross over and you'll be lukewarm. Tazadaq is a crossover Israelite. HODC are crossover Israelites. Yeah, I said it, because they won't tell the complete truth. You understand? Yeah, so I'm not discovered by these men. I'm not on the body of Masha Yasha Allah and have no desire to be. You understand? Do you understand? See, something's wrong, right? Something's wrong. Barack, what have you done for our people that qualifies you to sit on the board? Or government, Matatawa, what have you done for our people that qualifies you to sit on a board and refer to it as a government in Israel? See, I didn't come here to let me get to what I came here to say, right? Right? Let me ventilate what I really want to say, right? I suggest that you, all of you don't know me. You don't know me well enough because you've never really sat down and questioned me, right? But if you would listen to me, right? If you will listen to my message, the purpose of my speech is not to condemn camps, but to condemn wrong. And House of David, you've been wrong to allow Tazadaq into your summits. You've been wrong. See, when wrong is condemned, watch this. When wrong is condemned by the presence of truth, the wrongdoer, in the light of truth, their thoughts has an opportunity to illuminate, right? For them by the presence of the truth which I speak. See, this is the mercy of Yahweh, why Yahweh Shah, because it allows them to correct their actions, right? So Tazadaq, if your actions go uncorrected, they bring in the wake consequences that these consequences may not be good for the actor, because that's what they're doing. They should get a damn Academy Award for the acting that they're doing, right? So now the consequences are coming. These people are being exposed and they don't like it. But this is the wake. This is the consequences of their actions, of their wickedness going unchecked. You understand what I'm saying? So let me tell you something, Mathatawa. Great nations have gone to ruin because people were hateful towards the truth. What am I doing? I'm speaking the truth. I'm speaking the truth. And you're hateful towards the truth. They despise that which corrects them. They don't want to be corrected. What have I done? I called these men out and they despise it. They don't want to be corrected. They're proud men. So I ask you, Israel, I ask you, family, what would make one despise correction? This is why I want you to hear me, man. I need you to hear me. What makes one despise correction? It is arrogance. It is arrogance. Arrogance is a state of mind that blinds one from the truth. Because he or she begin to feel that, wait, I'm Tazadaq. I got all these followers. I've been in the truth. How you say it, Zaquan? Yeah, man, I've been in the truth since 1989. Yeah, Taz, I've been in the truth since 1989. Okay, well, roger that. But are you living this out? See, arrogance makes one feel I'm better than him. I'm bigger than him. I've been in the truth since 1989. I've articulated so much knowledge in the nation of Israel. How dare you talk to me like that, Tazadaq? Who does he think he is? See, that's an arrogant man right there. How dare you, Tazadaq, tell me that you're wrong, I'm wrong. This is what that guy Mathatha said. Hey, Tazadaq, he's a little punk, he's a faggot. Essentially, he's saying, how dare you talk to me like that, Tazadaq? Who are you? I'm one that the Lord has raised up that you're too blind to see because you're not speaking truth. You're not teaching truth. If you were, you would speak out against wickedness. What have I done? I call out wickedness. See, do you know who I am? This is the mentality of Tazadaq. Who the hell they think they are? Yeah, we're going to go ahead and teach, man. They're coming against us. That's that mentality. Do you know who I am? See, that's a problem, man. But let me tell you something, right? Let me tell you something, Tazadaq. Let me tell you something, Matathawa. Let me tell you something, Barak. The truth don't give a damn who you are. The truth don't give a damn who you are, man. The truth is still going to be the truth, man. And I will speak the truth. This is Yahweh's word. Truth doesn't care about your position, about government, Yasha. I'm like, well, to hell with that. I'm going to speak the truth. There's no position in the truth, man. The truth is the root of the UNI verse, right? The UNI verse may pass away, but the truth remains. The truth is always going to be exactly that. The truth, and you shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you mad, then make you free. These Negroes are mad. Why? What have I done? I know the truth. So the truth remains. The truth evolves us if we accept it. It's truth that nurtures us and make us come into the path of Yahweh. Why? Yahweh Shah. Truth does, not lies, not sweeping something up under the damn rug, not going to a man in private when he's violating men's wives, not going to a man in private when he's grooming little young children. Heck no, man. The truth nurtures us and makes us come into the path of Yahweh and makes us reflect our Creator. You can't tell me that Tazadaq reflects Yahweh. Why? Yahweh Shah. Yahweh Shah didn't commit adultery. Yahweh Shah was not a pedophile. Yahweh does not reflect Yahweh Shah. So who does he reflect then? There's no gray area, right? You're either on the side of God and Christ or you're on the side of the devil. And Tazadaq is nothing but a damn devil with a Bible in his hand. I'm going to tell you straight, man. Yahweh is nothing but a damn devil but with a Bible in his hand. And if you can't see this, it's because you're blind. And for years, men should have said this, but no one has stood up and called these men out. These men are wicked as hell, man. And someone needs to stand up and call them out. And anyone that's attached to him is wicked because righteousness has no concord with wickedness. And this is why I called out the house of David. And any man that's in that camp that won't speak out against Tazadaq, watch out. Watch out. Because you're tap dancing with fire. You're going to have to draw a line in the sand and choose what side you're going to be on. Yahweh, why Yahweh Shah or the damn devil? Tazadaq is rolling with the devil. He's a damn Pharisee with a Bible in his hand. He know that man was off as hell. People talking all nice. They want to water. Ain't sugarcoating a damn thing. I'm going to speak the truth, even if it kills me. Do you understand? Do you understand? That's how you reflect your Creator. Falsehood created nothing. Falsehood cannot sustain. This is why you men have been exposed. People, you brothers and sisters, I want you to think about what I'm saying, and I'm going to leave you with this. You became an Israelite, or you become an Israelite to get the truth. You know what they say? Well, I'm in the truth now. How in the hell are you in the truth if you got knowledge of a man violating wives, but you're not speaking it before the nation? How are you in the truth when you know there's pedophiles in Israel and you want to talk to him in private? You don't even want to say the names. Then you try to twist scriptures to justify it. It's because you're wicked. It's because you're demons. And I don't give a damn if you don't like what I'm saying. I'm going to preach and I'm going to teach hard. And I'm going to shame you down and straighten you out. This is not going away, man. This is not going away. When you listen to these men, what you're listening to, family, when you listen to people like Tazadaq, when you listen to any man that has not spoken out against Tazadaq, what you're doing is you're listening to their interpretation of the truth. It's not necessarily the truth. So, family, you must be trained to stand upon the shoulders of these men and look beyond, right? The Lord say, do not their works, right? Listen, family. You were born for this day and time, right? The reason that you're here in this day and time is because you was born for this day and time. Your minds are equipped to see beyond the buffoonery, right? You must never be enslaved to your teachers like Tazadaq. The man is wicked. His oil has gone out. Yaqub is wicked. His oil has gone out. Anyone that does not speak out against it, hey man, you're tap dancing. You're tap dancing. And you better check yourself. Because you're neither hot nor cold. You're becoming lukewarm. Your minds are equipped to look beyond this buffoonery and this deceit. Honor and respect the men, right, that have taught you, right? But stand upon their shoulders and go beyond them. Don't be a slave to your teachers. Think for yourselves. This is why I don't teach you what to think. I teach you how to think so you can think for yourself, such as the characteristics of a good leader. See, we need absolute truth today. Either you're all right or you're not right at all. You must never be enslaved to your teachers. Do you understand? Don't be stagnated, right? The truth is an evolutionary process, not to be stagnated. And anyone that wants to keep you stagnated and under their control, it's not giving you the absolute truth. I'm going to bring this to an end. I'm going to ask you to like this and share this and expose these fake teachers, man, that claim they have the truth, but they're not teaching the truth. So with that, I'm going to say shalom. Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah Barakatah. Most High in Christ bless. Stand for the truth.